Hey Saber fans, this is Graypaladin, and I'm here to bring you my very first lightsaber sound font review. I've done saber demos, I of course review lightsabers, but I have not yet reviewed a sound font. So this will be the first, hopefully, of many. And I want to do this in a relaxed, calm environment, like a fireside chat, if you will. So the font that I was inspired to review is by Jaydalorian, called Oda Nobunaga. And Oda Nobunaga was a Japanese daimyo in the 16th century, and he's kind of known as the great unifier of Japan. He also earned the nickname Demon Daimyo. And he basically went forth throughout Japan and chopped down his enemies and united Japan under his single rule. And that's just kind of the Wikipedia version. Please feel free to do your own research and learn more about Oda Nobunaga. So anyway, I put it on my Ultimate Works Flyte. It doesn't have all of the features, but I'm going to cover that when we take a look at the files a bit later. In fact, let's take a look at the files now. Jaydalorian includes both CFX and proffie formats in the Oda Nobunaga font. So let's just take a look at the CFX package. It first starts with some tracks. It includes one track, and it's just some simple Japanese music. So his package includes 6 different blaster sounds. You do get a boot or a font sound. It includes 8 clashes, drag, in drag. You have lockup and end lock. You get the font configuration text file, 3 different forced sounds, and there is one Smoothswing pairing, one high and one low. There's the hum, a very special, distinct hum that I greatly appreciate because he includes that music in there. And then, of course, you have to have the LEDs for a file there as well in order for it to work properly. I did talk about the lockup. You have one power off, one power on, a pre-on and post-off, one stab. You have start and end lock, start and drag. That's here. And then you have 7 swings. It doesn't look like much, but when you're utilizing the font, it feels fully loaded. And of course, you'll get the same thing with the proffie format, but you also get the blade style, which is really cool too. You can include that in your thing as well, along with the melt. So that's essentially what the font package looks like. So now that we had a look at the font package, let's go ahead and really get a good look at the font. First, beginning with the power on and the hum. Now, I especially like this hum because it's not really a hum, it's more of a mood. You have this music that's playing in the background, really in the forefront, and you have these tones, these mystic tones, as if you're in a monastery. That kind of low growling tone. And you almost hear like monks chanting, you know, in the back. Now, one thing that I really like about this is it puts me in that mood of balance and focus. I really want to just concentrate and be centered, my mind at ease. Everything is level and balanced, and I'm going to focus on having a nice, strong, relaxed, controlled saber experience. Now, when we get into the smooth swing, there's only one pairing, but I feel that's all we need on this font. We get into the smooth swing, and it just makes me feel like it's an ancient samurai, cyborg, or robot, as odd as that sounds. But it sounds like the gears and the joints moving on this mechanical samurai. Now imagine yourself, if you will, you were in a battle and you've lost, which means you've lost your honor. You have been defeated in disgrace and you have to take your own life. What's going to help you take that life is as you run your dagger into your insides, this samurai, this ancient robot samurai, is going to take your head off. And so I want you just for a moment, just close your eyes. You're on your knees, kneeling in disgrace, ready to end your life. And all you hear is this sound. That's the arms raising of this mechanical samurai. And then off rolls your head. This is a magnificent sound font with a lot of detail in it. So we have our smooth swing there. All these joints moving as we're swinging the saber. Then we get into our more aggressive swings. Now we're hearing the blade cutting and slicing through the air. You can hear the metal searing across something. There, it sounded like rocks falling, as if we are practicing and we sliced something in the wall or the brick, and then that falls down. Logs or wood being chopped through a tree, and you're hearing that wood hitting the ground. So much drama there. You just took someone's life, and you hear that whistle and that flute, that Japanese flute in the background. Oh, some real drama there. Swing and a miss, but you still have your eyes on your opponent, ready to strike again. And among those joints with these swings, it almost sounds as if the samurai armor is clanging against itself. Right there. Now let's go into our clashes. Now you hear that little bit of a violin sound, that ping. There's so much intricate sounds in this font that you just may not be aware of. You hear that? A little bit of whistle there that kind of trailed away after the clash. And that sounds like almost bamboo clanging together. You're clashing with the sword, but you're also making contact with your armor. Now getting into the blaster deflections. You can hear the blaster firing, but you're you're stopping that arrow, you're slicing that energy with your blade. And you can hear that the blade slicing through that and then splitting and hitting the ground. Now that's just a standard blaster. We're all familiar with that. And some of those almost sound like knives or daggers or stars being thrown, and they're being sliced in the air, and you're hearing those pieces clang against the ground. Like there too. Now when you combine these motions, so there's so much detail in this, and it's fully immersive. I feel as if I'm in some type of garden and practicing and training and getting my centered focus to be able to do battle. Now our lockup. Now you hear that, it almost sounds like a helicopter. Listen again. Or is that just hot searing metal just grinding against each other and scraping as you're going all the way down the blade to the handle or the base of your opponent's blade, and then you release. And all these flute sounds are just absolutely wonderful. And then that's our mechanical samurai powering down. So those are just some of the things, the details that I hear in this sound font. And if you enjoyed my analysis and my ear on listening to some of these things, please let me know in the comments down below, and I would be more than happy to take this same concept by the fire and reviewing more sound fonts from these incredible and extraordinary sound font engineers. So thank you very much for watching, and may the force be with you.